Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks here, back with another video, and today's my Week 12 NFL recap. A lot of honestly great games on this Sunday. Some overtime games, some close wins, everything possible happened. So enjoy the video, and as always, go Hawks. So starting off on Thursday, we have the Texans upsetting the Bills 23-19. Josh Allen 253, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Definitely not his best game at all, but he was getting murdered. Got sacked 8 times. James Cook had a touchdown, had that 45-yarder in the beginning of the game, and really just after that, nothing really happened for the Bills. Shakir had 110 receiving yards, got it going after a kind of brutal-ish start, and then Shakir had a fumble. 6 tackles for 3 people, Bishop and Poyer being 2 safeties with them. No sacks or interceptions. Bills defense did literally nothing in this game. 7 points for Prater, 3 points for Wisnowski. Now the Texans, Davis Mills, when he wasn't throwing at the back of his receivers' heads, he was actually playing a good game. He's still doing, the job of a backup quarterback. 153 and 2 touchdowns. Woody Marks had himself a great game, 74 yards. Nico had 55 touchdowns, went to Christian Kirk and Jaden Wiggins, the rookie. Reed with a fumble recovery. He also led the team with 12 tackles, 8 sacks, as I mentioned earlier. Just a brutal day to be Josh Allen and the Bills offense. Caden Bullock had 2 interceptions, 11 points for Fairbairn, and 6 points for Townsend. Now moving on to the Sunday games. I really didn't watch any games besides the Seahawks game, the Eagles game, and the end of the Giants and Lions game. So we got the Chiefs beating the Colts 23-20. It looks like the Colts choked big time. They were up 20-9 at one point. Daniel Jones, 181 and 2 touchdowns. Not the greatest day for him. Jonathan Taylor got stuffed. 58 rushing yards. That's like a good first quarter for him this year. Ashton Doolin being the leading guy with 48 on 1 target and catch. Touchdowns went to Ogletree and Pittman. Ward with a fumble recovery. Pratt with 20 tackles. Sack for Latou. Sack for Gallimore. They had 4 total sacks. Latou had an interception. I did see that. He batted it to himself. 8 points for Batchley. 6 points for Sanchez. Now Mahomes 352, no touchdowns and a pick. But Kareem Hunt 30 carries, 104 yards and a touchdown. And Rashee Rice, as I advertised, had himself a great game. 8 for 141. Kareem Hunt lost a fumble, 8 tackles for Cook and Bolton. They got no sacks or interceptions on Daniel Jones, so the defense didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, they did a great job at stuffing Jonathan Taylor, it seems like. So if you can do that, you can beat the Colts, it seems. 15 points for Harrison Butker. You don't win this game without that man, and 3 points for Arisa. Chiefs are 6-5. Bears get the job done 31-28. I didn't see the Bears winning this game, even if the Steelers didn't have Rodgers, which was a really stupid thought. Bears are 8-3 though. Rudolph 171, a touchdown and a pick. The rushing was very productive. Warren had the touchdown, and so did DK Metcalf, who also got injured. Austin with 36 yards. The touchdown went to Pat Freiermuth. Rudolph lost a fumble. 9 tackles for Ramsey. Sack for TJ Watt past his brother JJ, who was in the broadcasting booth. So, hey, that's awesome. And that was the only sack the Steelers got. No interceptions. 4 points for Boswell. 3 points for Waitman. And now the Bears. Caleb, 239. 3 touchdowns. Had himself a great game. Monangai had the touchdown. DJ Moore, 64 and 2 touchdowns. Loveland had himself a touchdown as well. Swift and Williams lost fumbles. 15 tackles for Jackson, 14 for Amen. I'm not going to try to say that last name. Montez Sweat with 2 sacks. Nahshon Wright had himself another great interception. It was whack. 7 points for Santos, 4 points for Taylor. Patriots escape the Bengals. They are 6-0 in away games now. 26-20 against the Bengals. Drake May, I saw his bad pick 6, 294 and a touchdown. Henderson had 66 rushing yards. Hunter Henry had himself a phenomenal game, 115 and a touchdown, no fumbles. 8 tackles for Carlton Davis, a sack for Harold Landry, interception, or a pick 6 actually for Marcus Jones. Let's see, 14 points for Andy, and then 2 punts for Behringer. Now Joe Flacco, 183, a touchdown and a pick. Jake Browning, I guess, came in. I don't know what that's about. Chase Brown on himself a nice game, 19 for 107. Isovius was 61. The touchdown went to Mitchell Tinsley, of all people. I saw that T. Higgins got a concussion. He had to get carted off. It's not what the Bengals need at all right now. No fumbles. Carter with 16 tackles, a sack for Davis. Pick 6 for Geno Stone, so handing out pick 6s left and right. 8 points for McPherson and 5 points for Reckow. Ravens take down the Jets 23-10. I saw literally nothing besides Henry's 2 touchdowns. Tyrod Taylor, 222, a touchdown and a pick. Very serviceable game for him. The Russian couldn't really get anything together. Brees Hall with 44, but led the team with 75 receiving yards. Touchdown for John Mechie, so that trade's still looking good by the game. He has 2 touchdowns in his first 2 games as a Jet. Hall lost a fumble, 13 tackles for Sherwood, a sack for Briggs, no interceptions, 4 points for Folk, 4 punts for Austin. Just Jets never really stood a chance in this game to begin with. And now Lamar Jackson, 153, he was accurate, so hey. Henry with the 2 touchdowns and 64 yards. Zay Flowers with 58 receiving yards. Lamar fumbled. 11 tackles for Smith. They got 3 total sacks, highlighted by 1.5 for Draymond Jones, former Seahawk. TJ Tampa with an interception. 11 points for Tyler Loop. And then 4 punts for Jordan Stout. Ravens at 6-5. I think they're on a 5 or 4 game winning streak, so they can take this division right back from the Steelers if they want, which they probably will. Seahawks take care of the Titans 30-24. Game was a lot closer than I wanted it to be, but Titans controlled the ball for so much in that second half, and their first drive was 9 minutes, so they were tiring our defense out. Darnold, 244 and 2 touchdowns. I'd say he played himself a really clean game, obviously compared to last week's shit show. Kenneth Walker was 71 yards, and then Zach Charbonnet got a touchdown right after Walker led the team down the field. Fantastic. Story of this game, obviously, though, is Jackson Smith-Njigba, 8 for 167 and 2 touchdowns. Broke the Seahawks receiving yards record from DK Metcalf. And we still have 6 games left to go in the regular season. That is insanity. JSN, best receiver in the NFL by far. No fumbles. 10 tackles for Drake Thomas, but I want to highlight Patrick O'Connell. He was hitting the fuck out of everyone left and right, and he also got himself a sack. We got 4 total on the day. Leonard Williams got his 6th sack of the year, which is amazing. 12 points for Myers, 2 punts for Dixon. And now Cam Ward and the Titans. I think Cam Ward played a great game. I don't watch a lot of Titan games, but I think he has a great future in the NFL if the team can get him some damn help. 256 and a touchdown. Had a rushing touchdown towards the end of the game. Led the team in rushing. Helm with 51. The touchdown went to DK, who also had a 90-yard punt return touchdown. Winston Jr. with 10 tackles. A sack for Arden Key. No interceptions. Let's see, 6 points for Sly and 3 punts for Hecker. Packers beat the Vikings ass 23-6. I mean, nothing really to highlight for the Vikings, but I think I know why McCarthy named himself 9. It's to represent the amount of 2 interception games he's going to have this season. Every game this dude throws 2 picks. It's ridiculous. Rushing was ass. Jefferson with 48 receiving yards. McCarthy fumbled. 16 tackles for Cashman. They got 1 sack, no interceptions. All points came from Riker. Just a horrible day for the Vikings. Green Bay, Jordan Love, 139. He didn't even really have to do a whole lot. It was the Emmanuel Wilson show. 107 and 2 touchdowns. Christian Watson with 49 receiving yards. Anderson picked up a fumble. 9 tackles for McDuffie. 5 total sacks. 2 coming from Micah Parsons and Devontae Wyatt. Nice. McDuffie and Williams got interceptions. 11 points for McManus. 4 points for Whelan. Packers 7-3-1, second place in the North. This game was crazy. Jahmyr Gibbs, 55 points in fantasy for me this week. And I had JSN. Holy shit, dude. Jameis Winston, Great game out of him. 366, 2 touchdowns and an interception, and an electric receiving touchdown. That was one of the best plays I've ever seen. Tracy was 62. Wandale Robinson had a phenomenal game. He is such an underrated receiver. Hodgins and Winston got the other receiving touchdowns. Robinson fumbled. 9 tackles for Belton. 2 sacks for Darius Alexander. Other one came from Roaches. Holland with an interception. Koo with 9 points, 3 punts for Gillen. The Giants defense, they were playing great up until overtime when Jahmyr Gibbs got a touchdown on like the first play in overtime. Lions, Goff 279, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Gibbs 15 for 219 and 2 touchdowns. He also had 11 catches and a touchdown. St. Brown had a touchdown and a $149. No fumbles. Campo with 11 tackles, a sack for Hutchinson on the final play of the game, closing sack. It was electric, and that was the only sack of the game. Harper with an interception. Bates with 10 points. You don't win this game without him. And 5 punts for Jack Fox. Here's another game I didn't see like anything of. The Jags beat the Cardinals 27-24. T-Law 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Okay. Etienne with 86 yards, and I believe, he had a receiving touchdown. 93 yards for Strange, and Myers got his first touchdown as a Jaguar, so congrats. Lawrence lost a fumble. 4 turnovers for him. Nice. 10 tackles for Wingard, a sack and a half for Gardeck, sack and a half for Devin Lloyd. 6 total on the day. Disruptive defense. No interceptions. 9 points for Cam Little, 2 punts for Logan Cook. And now Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals. Apparently he got injured in this game after getting hit sticked, but still threw up a great game. 317 and a touchdown. This rushing abysmal. Bam Knight got a touchdown. Michael Wilson, another great game out of him. The touchdown came from Greg Dortch, who fumbled. Walter Nolan recovered a fumble, and I believe he got a touchdown off of it. So nice, and he's the first round pick for him, so welcome to the league. 9 tackles for Thompson with a sack. They got 3 total on the day. Buda Baker, Gaither, Garrett Williams all got interceptions. Ryland with 6 points and 6 points for Matt Hawk. I still don't know what to think of the Jaguars. Like, they win the closest games ever, just for no reason. Browns get it done 24-10 in Shador's first NFL start. He's the first Browns quarterback since 1999 to win their first career start as a Cleveland Brown, so congrats. 11 for 20, 209, a dump-off touchdown and an interception. Judkins carried by his 2 touchdown runs, honestly. Sampson got the receiving touchdown, which was, I believe, that 66-yarder right there. Isaiah Bond also had a phenomenal deep bomb catch. And then Jerry Jeudy on his 1 catch, he was starting to skip a little and then got stripped like a freaking idiot. Like, bro, what are you doing? Yeah, the fumble loss right there. Schwetzinger, my defensive rookie of the year still right now, leading the team with 11 tackles. And they got 10 sacks. 10 sacks. 3 from Myles Garrett, who has 18 in 12 games. He needs 4.5 more to break the single season sack record. He is gonna get possibly 30 sacks. By the time I'm back home for winter break in about 2.5 weeks, he will probably have the record broken by now. Like, dude is generational. The best defensive player overall in the NFL right now. No debate, no doubt, no nothing. No interceptions for the Browns. 6 points for Smite and 8 punts for Corey. Now Geno Smith and the Raiders. Geno probably his second best game as a Raider. 285, a touchdown. He didn't throw a pick, but he lost a fumble. Genty with 50 yards, and I believe he got injured in this game. Genty got a receiving touchdown. Lockett led the team with 62. Geno fumbled twice. Okay. Only lost one of them, though, so still improvement. Kuntz with a sack. Crosby led the team with 8 tackles. Snowden got an interception. 4 points for Carlson and 8 punts for Cole. Browns win the shit bowl of the week. Falcons beat the Saints 24-10. Looked like this was a pretty lousy game. Kirk Cousins 199, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Bijan was held to 70 rushing yards. Mooney was 74 and a touchdown. David Stills got a touchdown as well. And, I mean, they still played good enough to win even without Drake London. So, hey, that's good. Kirk Cousins fumbled. 10 tackles for Alford, a sack and a half for Dorless. They got 5 total sacks in this game. Walker, Ororo, Pierce. Just disruptive defense. Oh, and an interception as well for Xavier Watts. Gonzalez with 10 points, 5 punts for Pinion. Tyler Shuck, 243, interception. Nothing spectacular. This rushing, absolutely terrible. Kamara got injured, so that's just horrible. Olave was 70 receiving yards. Shook lost a fumble, 11 tackles for Davis, a sack for Stallbird, Chase Young, Cam Jordan. The pick 6 was from Justin Reed. I believe that's his first career pick 6, if I saw it right on the NFL's Instagram, so good job. 4 points for Gruppe and 3 points for Kroger. Eagles choke a 21-0 first half lead against the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles, do you need the Heimlich maneuver or something? Simply, what the fuck was this? Jalen Hurts, 289 and a touchdown. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns, one obviously a tush push, but the other one was actually probably the first time I've ever seen him have a rushing touchdown that wasn't a tush push. It was actually a great rush as well. Saquon, Madden curse, buddy. That's all I gotta say. A.J. Brown, 8 for 110 and a touchdown. He actually had probably his best game of the year, or at least his second best. Devonta Smith, 89 yards, had an insane catch on the sideline in the second quarter. Barkley and Gibson lost crucial fumbles. Zach Bond with 9 tackles, a sack for Nakobe Dean, and Reed Blankenship with an interception in the end zone. 3 points for Elliott, 5 punts for Mann. Now Dak Prescott, 352, 2 touchdowns and a pick. After the Dallas offense finally scored that first touchdown, they just started clicking, and they had an amazing finish to the game. Dak had a rushing touchdown. Pickens, another casual 146-yard and touchdown performance. Him going to Dallas and being the receiver to CeeDee Lamb, the best thing that could have happened to him in his career. He's going to get a fat paycheck in this offseason, I'm convinced. And Steelers, why did you get rid of this guy? He is so elite. And Brevin Spanford as well with his first touchdown of his career, I believe, so congrats to him. Turpin lost a fumble, 6 tackles for Stewart, a sack for Osa, and that's all. No interceptions. 6 points for Aubrey, and he missed a 51-yarder. I thought that was AI for a second. I've never seen him miss a 50-yard field goal. I've never seen him miss a field goal until that. And 3 punts for Anger. Dallas gets a much-needed win, and the Eagles, I don't even know how to analyze what the hell you guys did. And the Rams beat the shit out of Tampa, 34-7. Baker got injured in his left shoulder, similar to the one he had in 2021. He had a touchdown, 2 interceptions. One of them was Cade Otton's fault. So Teddy Bridgewater came in, 3 for 62 yards. They both got sacked twice. Sean Tucker with 42 rushing yards. The touchdown came from Tej Johnson. Barton lost a fumble. Baker recovered it. 8 tackles for David. They got 1 sack, and it came from Yaya Diaby. No interceptions. McLaughlin with a point, 4 punts for Dixon. Just nothing went right for Tampa in this whole game. It was just not really a fun game to watch overall. But it was Chris Collinsworth's 500th broadcast. So as much as I don't, really like the guy, congrats. You're definitely on a Hall of Fame broadcasting career, no matter what people say about him. He's still really smart of the game. He's just kind of annoying. Stafford, 273, 3 touchdowns. Really, all this was in the first half. Just nothing happened in the second half. It was just stellar defense by the Rams. 46 yards for Kyron Williams. Puka, 97. Devontae had 2 touchdowns. Parkinson had a touchdown. Curl with 8 tackles, 2 sacks for Turner, 2 sacks for Verse. Kobe Durant got a pick 6, thanks to Cade Otton being a fucking idiot. Emmanuel Forbes got himself a nice interception before halftime, I believe. Mavis with 10 points, 3 punts for Ethan Evans. The Rams in sole possession of the number 1 seed in the NFC right now at 9-2. And for Tampa, I think their season is done. If Baker's out for a while, the Panthers are creeping up on your ass, and they're probably going to win the division at this point. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!